Hey guys, how are you? Let me change my avatar. I knew I was like, there's something I have not checked before I went live on this channel. Okay, let me. Hey guys, how are you? Hey India. Hey Blessed. Hey Pineapples. What's going on? Let me send out a notification on Love Lies and Lace Fronts just to let whoever might know that might want to be here that we are live at the moment. I hope you had a good day so far. I hope everyone who is listening to this, whenever you're listening to this, is doing well. And thank you for coming through. Give me just a second. I'm going to put this intro on real quick and then I'm going to come right back. I'm going to see if I can send a quick alert out and see if just to make sure, because it's like right at 10 o'clock. And then we're going to get all up to date. Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, guys, since my last live, let's see. I see Apostle. Hey Apostle, how are you? How's it going? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we're gonna get caught up today. I know it's been a few days since we got caught up on these two topics, and we're gonna have to continue to get caught up on some more topics because there's other stuff I want to talk about. I saw a really good video today about, and we've talked about this a million times, the Candy Phaedra breakup. Real Housewives. It was like a 45-minute video, and this girl broke it down. And she did such a good job. I watched almost the whole thing, but I really felt like, oh my God, this would be so good to talk about because it was like, oh, you could tell she was a Real Housewives fan. And she did such a good job on this video. So anyway, I'll share it so you guys can watch it and then we can talk about it because I think that that's something that we've talked about a lot. And it really was a pivotal. I know I talk about it a lot, but I do feel like that was a turning point in the show for many different reasons. But we're not going to get on that topic right now. So anyway, but you guys know I love old Real Housewives of Atlanta. Well, all the I don't know. I'm just not into Real Housewives like I used to be, but it used to be so good. Anyway, I hope that everyone's having a great evening. As soon as I got off the last live, I had to kind of see about making food for everybody, and everyone eats something different. So I basically literally just finished. Okay. And of course, I told you guys I always eat last. So I just finished my food and got myself together. And then when I switched accounts to come over here, I lost all my placeholders. Don't feel sorry for me. I'm just saying I lost all my placeholders. So I had to find all my placeholders all over again, so that I could have everything I needed to do this live. So anyway, we're going to get into a little conversation regarding our girl Kiki. And I don't know, Shirley Strawberry, I'm not sure what's going on over there, but we can probably wrap that up pretty quick. So we might just talk about Shirley first. If anybody wants to call in, I'm going to drop the call in. I would love to hear from you guys. And let me know what you guys are thinking on these topics, because um, it's interesting. And we talk about this stuff every day. Welcome, Apostle. I'm so glad that you joined us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, so in Pineapples, Tennessee, everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. Nicole, Darious, how is everybody doing? Blessed lady. Um, so Ernest, really quick, let's just pull this up because we can get past this pretty quickly. I don't know that there's a whole lot of updates. I did see someone put up a video and I didn't have a chance to watch it. This is just what I did my snooping around the internet to see what I could come up with regarding Mr. Ernest. And this is what the updates are. I know that he did get 5 additional charges recently, and he's really, it's unfortunate. He's a very despicable guy. He's not, he's obviously in the county for good reason. Even though he was given bail, he's still in Cobb County. I looked him up in Cobb County first, and according to Cobb County, he's in 288 days now. So I think last time we looked, it was like 280 days. He's 288 days. He's still located in jail. So he's in Cobb, but he's being held on, I guess, numerous charges. But he's been charged in many things in Fulton County also. So why is he being held in Cobb versus Fulton? I think he may have some things pending in Cobb also. Um, I don't have that list, but this might be some of it. But he's got quite the array of charges. Um, just awful. Okay. Many, and you can see the names here. He's got many aliases. He's got Ernest Levert or Leverett, Williams Jr., Roderick Arnold, Arnold Roderick V, Roderick J. Arnold, Roger Arnold, Marcus Favors. I mean, the man has I don't these are his known aliases. This is awful, right? Um I don't know, the thing that keeps coming up and what people keep asking is, what did Shirley Strawberry know? What did she not know? I think eventually that's going to have to come out. I've heard some rumors that potentially that there could be some very close victims of this man, including and not limited to his immediate family and or Shirley Strawberry's family. That's what's been alleged. I don't know for facts because some of these crimes, the names are not going to always be put out there, but you can see he's gotten some new charges added since the last time we looked at his sheet of things that are pending. Um, as you can see, they are egregious and some of the most vile, considering things like theft by deception, financial transaction, card fraud. Um, and there are these other charges here that I'll let you read, and I'm not going to say them on the screen, but it's, I'm not going to say what is on the screen, but there's quite a few. So he is, there's just, and look, it's all sequential. So, very recently, these were added. So, sir is in he's gonna be in for a minute. I don't think they're letting him go anywhere. These are supposed to be the dates of the offenses, and these other, even though he's got bond on these, he's still sitting in Cobb County. Um, but as you can see, 200, 200, 200, 200,000. So 800,000 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000, 30, 40, 45,000. So he has like bond of right now $845,000 on top of all of these offenses right here, where and these don't even have a bond attached to them yet. So he's not going anywhere. So it would be interesting to know. Hopefully you saw all of that. Hopefully it would be interesting to know. I mean, I don't know when um Shirley is going to speak up and out. Allegedly, they've said that Steve Harvey is standing by and supporting. Um, but I don't know. I mean, with all of these offenses, how long can you stand by um, someone who's choosing to support this individual? But allegedly, they say that Shirley is separating herself from her daughter. It's weird. Hey, yo, cool. Hey, everyone. It's weird. It's very weird. It's very strange. It's super duper unfortunate. I hope that the worst has not happened to you know these family members. It's really awful, because as a trusted family member, potentially to the gentleman's own children, there could have been some crimes against his family. How many total? Girl, it's too many to count. Okay, let's go back and see. A lot. This is what's registered. So let's just count by the warrant numbers, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That foreign country just threw me off. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Then these are the new ones. 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 31 charges. Okay. And you can see the laundry list. Okay. And all of his aliases. It's a mess. And then when you go over to Cobb County, he's showing still in jail. Because if you remember, when he was arraigned by Judge Alex Manning, he was in the Cobb like viewing room. He was sitting in Cobb, but he was reporting for his bail hearing in on Zoom, sitting in Cobb County. So that's where he's actually sitting. Um, and he's been there for 288 days, and he did get his bond, but he's also now gotten the new charges. So, and the total on his bond so far, let me go back to over here. Wait a second. I'm like trying to match up my screens. Okay, excuse me. The total over here is so far $845,000. I'm sorry. Sure, I'm going to just say it. I don't know this lady. I don't know her situation with this man, other than we know that they're married, and we know that he has been accused of some heinous crimes against people he knows, people he does not know, people that he has family relationships with, etc. He does not need to be out on the streets, girl. He does not. Two of them look like they've been dismissed. So if we total everything up, 31 minus 2, so we're looking at 29. And then something over here says disposition not presented to the grand jury. So let's take 3 items away. So it's looking like maybe he's got 28 pending charges. Um and a total at the moment of $845,000 in bond that he would have to pay to be back out on the streets. But based on these new charges that he's got over here, these were that were just filed um, regarding these matters over here, these dates. Um, Sir might not be going anywhere anytime soon. Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to see what I can find out about what's going on with Shirley. Are they back? They were on vacation, I think, for a couple of weeks. And I don't know if they came back from vacation or not. You know, Steve Harvey was celebrating his anniversary with his wife about I think maybe 2 weeks ago now, and they were all over Europe and celebrating and seemed like they were gone for a beautiful romantic getaway. I think I showed you on Instagram, Marjorie Harvey looking absolutely beautiful. It They were at a beautiful hotel. They were having a photo shoot. Then they looked like they were at some sort of villa, and I mean, just vacationing in style. And as they should, right, for their wedding anniversary. And meanwhile, back here in the States, all of this nonsense is going on. So, let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see. Um, okay, I think we looked at this last time. Let me show you this. Hopefully you can see. So they were on their Now, I it was funny, last time we saw this, I I said that Marjorie was looking absolutely stunning in her gown and this beautiful kind of ensemble, this very sexy silk gown with the beautiful feather duster, and Steve was all dressed up and everything. I said she was walking around like she owned the place, and someone commented that me saying that it was haterish of me to say that, and I was just kind of like, you know what? No, it wasn't. I mean, I don't. That might be her home. That might be their home wherever they are. If it's not, she was making herself very much at home. Okay, so in any case, I thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, they are posing for photos, and Steve is checking her out. Steve, I think, is like 67 years old, and Marjorie, I think, is in her mid to late 50s. And Sis is enjoying life. And clearly, these two love to dress. And meanwhile, Shirley is over there. I don't know if she's hiding out or what, but we have not heard a word. And, I think a lot of celebrities like to kind of keep that low profile when they've got something going on. But clearly, Steve doesn't have a care in the world, and isn't even acknowledging how he's been associated with this situation of setting this woman up with this creep. Okay. So great segue. There was a clip where Keke Palmer went to visit Steve. All that glitters is not gold. Yes. These two are very much high profile for a reason. So yeah, we don't really know what they're even selling, right? I mean, Sir has his man purse. They are dressed in similar fabrics. They are wearing some silky lounging looking suits coming out of some sort of European hotel. And yeah, we don't really know what's going on with those two, right? I would be keeping a very low profile if my husband had 29. He had an array of egregious, horrible crimes. I would be in the house under the covers drinking a lot of wine. Okay, let's segue to this really quick, and then we're going to segue to something. Hopefully, I can show this. Well, We're gonna, you know what?
Steve, Uncle Steve is always trying to get me with a billionaire. I'm like, Uncle Steve,
Let
I don't
me
need
do
the
this because
billionaires.
I
I just need
don't
some simple
know
stuff. You know, I don't
the
like to mix
stipulations of
my industry
showing
business with my
everything. So
personal
let's
life.
let
I'm just
me
laying low
go
in
up under
private
a little bit
love.
of cover. But let's listen.
Uncle Steve ain't trying to get you with no billionaire. He trying to get you with somebody that has a plan to have something. That's what I keep trying to get you to do. You can't quit bringing these.
Uncle Steve love billionaires. I'm just tell y'all, he do. Anytime I see Uncle Steve out, he's like, "Now I got this guy. He's got a net worth of 300 zillion, and y'all can really create generations of generations
You need
of
something
zillionaires."
with somebody with something. Quit trying to give a boy your lifestyle, and he ain't earned it.
Oh my God! But you know what? Everybody don't start off as billionaires. I'm not a billionaire yet.
Everybody don't start off a billionaire, but you got to have a boy that's got a plan to at least be one. I'm not saying you got to be a billionaire, because hell, I ain't a billionaire.
And I've dated some real horrible billionaires, honey. They're not good all the time. Sometimes they're crazy, Steve, and that's why I stopped taking your advice.
You didn't pick the one I told you to.
I'm Steve, the billionaire.
Okay, so they're having a little bit of fun with this, clearly, but clearly he was also giving her some uncle daddy type advice, right? About the type of man that she should be dating and not to date, not to, not to deal with these guys who really don't have much to offer and are not going to be able to give you the type of lifestyle that you want, right? So, anyway, so I think that, it was kind of funny, but not, right? Um, Okay. So, and it's not all about her dating a billionaire, but if you're high profile and you are a certain type of earner, I mean, you want to at least be in the ballpark of at least, I don't want to say aspirations. Look, I think as grown women, we've covered these topics plenty. You know when you are well suited for someone and when you're not. And sometimes maybe you get the realization that you're not when maybe you're fed up with doing too much. As you guys know, on my other channel, we see a lot of women out here who do way too much. They may not be the most high potential, but they seem to find even lower potential than themselves. Okay. And at the end of the day, um, you can't be your best when you're constantly having to reach down and bring someone at least up to your level or standards. And on that note, standards, you should have some, right? And unfortunately, um, we're going to hear something of what KEKE, we're going to hear something else that was a little bit telling, but also there's been an article that was recently published in Cut magazine. And as it turns out, and we all now know, if you don't know, KEKE and Darious were already broken up. Okay. When KEKE went to the Usher concert, guess what? Sis and Sir were already quietly separating their relationship. And was it appropriate for him to speak out of turn? He was feeling away because he was feeling away. They weren't even together at that point. And he was feeling away about the mother of his child being out and about because they weren't together anymore. Okay. Sis is out here um not thinking about Mr. Darius right now. So I guess him doing what he did, she wasn't really trying to put it out there about what was going on, but it's out now. It's out now and sis is enjoying herself. She's having KEKE summer, okay? KEKE is enjoying herself and her and Darius were already done. And I think Darius was feeling away because he was seeing her outside in her outfit. And, as far as him leaving her alone and this, that, and the other thing, they were already done. That's what we did not know. Okay. What we did not know is that sis is, and look at Halle Berry, Ebony Magazine. Everybody is commenting and smiling. I think anyone and everyone who has been in a awkward situation with a man and girl, we know Halle Berry has had him, right? Was that Halle Bailey? Oh, that's Haley Bailey. Okay, and she's had him too. Okay, so girl, you know, people are out here supporting sis. They are happy and want sis to be happy. So I think that everyone, um, people are here in the comments and they are showing lots of support, and nobody is caring about Mr. Darius. And also, I guess furthermore is that they're not together. But let's listen to this real quick because apparently I didn't know this, but they were doing a podcast, okay? And the podcast is quite telling, okay? But sis is having a moment. Her wig game is on point. Look at these pieces that she's wearing. Um she's been having a great couple of weeks looking amazing, okay? And okay, we're gonna listen to this. I think this was okay. So this part of this clip, they're talking to Raven Simone, but we're not gonna even listen to that part. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna listen from over here. Okay. Let me share this. But yeah, I was like, oh, okay. So what we did not know is that Darius may have already had like a little bit of sour grapes because their relationship was already
Think
over.
about that, honey. And yes, I said your girl KEKE as if I'm not the one KEKE talking to you, but roll with it. Anyway, I've got the one, the only Raven Simone today, alongside her beautiful wife, Miranda Pierman Mayday, to chat with us. But first, let's go down the rabbit hole with my partner, Darius, and my mama, Sharon, who always has some wisdom to share. And now, let's get into it. Hey, guys.
Hello.
What up? What up? What up?
Now, I would go into the crazy story of how you and I met, but I think everybody, I feel like I've told this so many times. I mean, we met at a party.
Yeah. It's only gotten viral several times. So.
You're right. We met at a rap party for Insecure. Yep. You know, Diddy was throwing it. Not the likely place that you're expecting to find a love interest. Maybe a little sideline, something.
Right.
Not necessarily a lifelong thing, but I'm glad it worked out.
Absolutely. It was the start of summer, okay? And I was ready to wreak havoc, okay?
He sounds like such
going
a
to
lame.
a party, I was not expecting to find the love of my life.
Like you're saying, you was coming in a party, ready to wreak havoc. You was ready to just, I guess, enjoy your summer. But I do want to say something because obviously, Mom, you're on here with us. You're also in a public relationship with me as my mom. You know what I mean? I know it's like, no one thinks of it the same because, you mostly think about the emphasis being on romantic relationships, but people watch our relationship as well. How do you feel about that? I mean, all the years that we've been a mother and daughter duo, I mean, you didn't expect to have a celebrity daughter. So what does that feel like?
Wow. Well, first of all, I think Darius does a great job. So you guys are great. And, I just feel that
even though this is a new episode, obviously this was filmed prior to the breakdown of the relationship. What's interesting to me is number one, that they decided to go ahead and put it out because keep in mind, there's going to be a whole nother segment where she's talking to Raven Simone. And that could have just been the whole episode. But they decided to release this episode taking into account, that they just broke up. And so I do feel like it's a little bit interesting that they decided to go ahead and continue to release this and not edit out this portion of them talking about being in a high profile relationship, considering the fact that like they literally just broke up. So here's Mom explaining her part of the situation prior to the breakup. Okay, I just wanted to be clear. So if anyone comes in and they're confused about what's going on, if you can just tell them, go ahead and slide the bar back because this was filmed prior to the breakup, but this was just released yesterday. Okay.
some people are just very into the whole celebrity culture.
Yeah.
And I just never was.
But how does it feel? Let's get into it. How does it feel? Because people have come up to you and be like, "You're Keke's mother," you know, blah 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 blah. How does it feel when people are responding to you? Like you almost become like an adjacent, like you become a part of the spectacle.
Well, it's very weird because what happens is, and I'm curious to see what Darious has to say, is that when you walk into a room, when KEKE Palmer walks into a room, it's like a moth to a flame, boy. Everybody is woo.
Right.
You have that kind of charisma, and anybody that's standing around you is like push back sometime or or it's like, who are you?
Yeah.
So and it's so weird because like I'm not a great snappy dresser, or I don't walk in a room with diamonds and anything like that. I just kind of walk in the room like a fat sanctified woman.
Mom,
and
please stop.
No, that's the vibe. I'm good with it. I'm Christian. I'm good with it.
I'm Christian.
And I walk in there like that, and people don't even know I'm your mother. And then as soon as they find out I'm your mother, then it's a whole switch.
Right.
I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you a little phony, okay? So I think the people that's in your world, we see the phony, we see the people that are
Look, and we know this. I think we talked about this last week. Didn't I tell you guys that if you go to a party, I think we talked about it like a week or so ago. I said, guys, if you go to a party this weekend and somebody asks you what you do for a living, don't tell them, and don't you ask either, because there's more important questions or things to know to learn whether you want to be friendly with someone, not based on what you think their net worth or their job functions are, right? It's the value that people put in you as a potential person to network with, whether it's your accessibility, your resources, your money, your class, the level of if you are someone who is quite wealthy, as Steve said, the billionaire, so your access, your social currency, all of those things, right? So what she's saying is here, people don't even really see her until they find out that she's KEKE Palmer's mother and I think manager. And then it's like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. And then they want to talk to you. Then they want to get to know her. Because number one, maybe it's some access, maybe it's some, whatever they see. So yeah, so that's interesting, but that's nothing new, because all of us experience that at one time or another, right? Like that's unfortunately just how people are until they realize that you might be important to them or provide them some sort of access that they can use. There are people out here who are not even interested in knowing who you are, unfortunately. So that's, I guess, the experience that KEKE's mother has, based on the visibility that she has, like she's saying, in KEKE's world.
Pretentious. I just think you do a great job with it because you're just a genuine person and you don't cater to either or. You're nice to everybody.
So wait, I'm interested. I'm sorry, Mom. I just want to. So you were saying, yeah. You feel like that same vibe?
Oh, absolutely. I think we talked about it the other day when we're at these events and you see where they're trying to go ahead and come up to you, and anybody around you, they're just trying to see if they could get into contact just so they can go ahead and get closer to you. So when they see me, I know that they look at me and they're like, okay, I know you're very close to her, so I'm going to try to be your friend just so I could somehow, some way become affiliated with KEKE Palmer. At that moment in time, it's funny because for the most part, it's because of business opportunities. And I'm like, guys, that's not my lane. I will go ahead and shift you on over to her people, the Lukes, the Dylans, the Sharons. They're the ones that handle that business.
And Sharon is her mother. So, I mean, the weird thing is that he says the people know that I'm close with you. Well, close with you, that's your kid's father. But I don't know. This was a weird relationship sounding, and he sounds very doofy and goofy to me.
Please do not come up to me when it comes to it, only if it's Beyonce, but that's a story for another time.
No, yeah.
So there must be a Beyonce private joke.
I totally feel that. And I actually do hate that. I do. I mean, with Sharon, it's different because obviously you do work business with me. But with Darius, he doesn't work business. Well, we do work business together, but you work
I know
with
what you're
me.
saying.
You know,
Yeah.
when we do stuff for
Yeah.
Sports Fan or we do stuff for Key TV, that's us collaborating as creatives, as opposed to when somebody thinks you're running my schedule and
Right.
make this appointment for us. That really pisses me off. Or also, I hate when this happens too. When I'm out in public with any of my family and friends and someone hands them the phone
Oof.
to take a picture of us, I just feel like these people are my family and friends. They're
Yeah.
not my servants.
It's a bit inconsiderate.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's the whole celebrity culture that, people are just enamored with celebrities. They really are. They want to touch you. They want
But
to grab you.
even celebrities can be enamored with celebrities. Like, for instance, I've been in the game for so long that when I've even related or dated another quote unquote celebrity, sometimes they would be trying to use me for my brand more than, if a friend or somebody that's not in the business.
They're just as caught up in the spectacle.
They're just as caught
Yeah.
up. Sometimes it can be like, I'm a spectacle and I want another spectacle so we can be an even bigger
Right.
spectacle together. It becomes more of this branded thing and more of this publicity push,
Yeah.
in this very strange way. And I think that's why for me, a lot of times I've sometimes been more suspicious of people in the dating people in the industry as opposed to, we got to swim in the same pool. No, because I don't actually think about myself as a celebrity. I think about myself as an artist and somebody that's an entertainer.
But remember what I told you. I don't know if you remember this, KEKE, but I told you, I said, KEKE, you're gonna end up with someone who is like an athlete or someone who's just a very disciplined person who knows who they are. That's what you're going to end up with. And I remember.
Do you think? Listen to what her mom is saying. Her mom thinks that early on that KEKE would end up with an athlete, somebody who was very disciplined, someone who was not necessarily into show business or entertainment industry. But look what's happened since, now they're breaking up.
I was coming to your house. It was very early, like 5:30 a.m. And who do I see walking out with his bag, getting in his car? I told her, because any young man who could get up at 5:30 a.m. with his gym bag, get in his car.
That was when he was doing his fitness instructing, and man, he would take me to work with him too sometimes, and it would be early as hell. And he would do, not only was it like 5 a.m. and stuff like that, but it would be like 4 classes.
I mean, I'm just going to say this, 5:30 in the morning obviously wasn't early enough, because if you're running into my mother at 5:30, you need to leave at 4:30. What's the point in leaving at 5:30 if you're running into my people? You need to leave, sir, before that sun comes up, because that was just a weird story to me, because they've been together for a minute. They've got the child, so they have to have been together at least a year or two. The baby's 6 months old. She was pregnant, obviously, and then prior to that, so maybe it's been 2 years. Let's just say this summer would be 2 years, maybe, that they'd been dating, and now they're broken up. Mom's coming, I mean, she's grown and everything, but yeah, all right, KEKE's man, I don't know if he's insecure or not, but he's clearly, KEKE says she doesn't see herself as a celebrity. She's obviously a working Hollywood actress. She says she sees herself as an entertainer, and that's good and all of those things. But KEKE clearly is a celebrity, and KEKE has created a lane for herself through social media. And where maybe there are other people who have had this longevity that she has, but maybe not, maybe not doing what other actresses are doing, like that they're like the A ticket, like a Zoe, not Zoe, yeah, Zoe Saldana or something like that. But she has really created a lane for herself where she's the it girl right now. I mean, she made her own self an it girl by cracking her social media, really working her opportunities, and no one is responsible for making her an it girl at this moment but her. She's been trending consistently ever since this situation happened, and even prior to that she's had moments of like, oh, KEKE, look at, you know what I mean? She's someone that everybody really likes. And she is, you know, she's just someone who I think really kind of had a breakout moment, right? And these last couple of weeks have not necessarily been bad for her at all. And it's interesting that they decided to still put the podcast out in this way, but let's listen to a few more minutes because this part only lasts for another 7. So let's keep going.
Back to back to back to back. And he, to this day, he'll be like, damn, sometimes I miss that when he would go and do that particular gig, because he loves that kind of like,
but
you know, like
but
me.
You and him share that.
Yeah, we love to be just so on it. I miss
and
GMA like that.
And very disciplined. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the type of lifestyle that you both have to lead, it requires a lot of discipline, right?
Oh, yes.
You know, so he understands when you have to get up at 4 a.m. for glam or whatever, and you understand if he's doing his workout and all this stuff, you understand that. So I had that eureka moment when I saw him. I was like, you know, I told her this.
It's throughout this relationship, I'm always comparing a lot of your situations, whether you're like in some type of contract negotiation or some type of preparation. I always think that the craziest week that I just seen you in person just getting ready for was your SNL week, when I'm like, dang, this is on some. I'm always comparing it to like the greats that you see in today's game, whether it's the Michael Jordans, the Tom Brady, the LeBron James, like their preparation. I'm like, they're nonstop 24/7. KEKE, you're nonstop 24/7. So it's always making that comparison. So when Mama said, you know, oh, you're gonna be with an athlete, someone that is in that realm that's going to be using that work ethic, is just because you yourself naturally have that work ethic to just continue to keep pushing and training, even if it's not if when you're not on a set, or when I'm just trying to compare, like when you step off the field, you're going back into the gym and seeing, okay, how can I go ahead and improve my game?
How did this evolve from public relationships to her work ethic? It's like, sir, step off of fangirling over your girlfriend. You guys are supposed to be talking about public relationships, not just how disciplined she is. They kind of went off topic.
Okay, well, we're gonna get back into music now, or you know,
well, that's what social media started out as for me. Like when you think of, if we're thinking about you know, a theatrical film or a network television show as me being in the getting ready for the NBA finals, and then we think about my social media and my not necessarily contractual obligations as me staying ready. That's how I saw it. You know, I would be doing my dance videos, I would be doing my sketches, I would be doing all that stuff to remain into my craft. And then when maybe a heavier opportunity or something like SNL could come about, I would, you know, in fact, be ready.
Mama Sharon, I was meaning to ask, so how does your mother/momager radar start kicking in when KEKE was coming and crossing these, you know, new relationships and needing to just, you know, see how she's able to just balance it and the impact of those relationships? How often did your mother radar kicked in?
You know, I've always tried to let all my kids have their own privacy in terms of who they picked, who they wanted to date, their friends, because, and especially with KEKE. And I often thought, and I'm glad you brought this up because I could ask her this question. I often thought that she wanted me to be more involved with her personal relationships, but on purpose, I would try to step back because we spent so much time together. And that wasn't normal. Right. You know, I can say it wasn't normal because mostly when you're in high school, you're not with your mother. You know, you're in school all day. You're on a sport or you're a part of some organization. You probably see your mother like 3-4 hours a day at dinner, you know, walking around the house. And so I always just try to steer clear and let her have her moments, let her have her privacy. But there was sometimes when she would look at me as if I need a mother. I don't need a manager. Mm-hmm. I need a mother. And I was honestly confused at some of those times.
Were you ever afraid that people were gonna hijack my brand?
No, I was never afraid of that because you're super fucking smart.
All right now.
You're super fucking smart. And what do I mean by that?
I'm smart when it comes to this business. I done been through some ups and downs and trials and tribulations. But one thing I was sure of is making sure that my brand was protected. Now that is true. The fact that
you're smart. You're very smart.
I just look at the fact of now, because a big thing for me always was like, I'm not public, and even still now, our relationship is extremely private. Like we show,
Right.
but it's like
Yeah.
you don't really know. You know,
I mean, what she's getting ready to say to me, she's giving so much Virgo in this because she's obviously not completely a private person. She's very much in the public, but she's super duper controlled about what she shows. And what's really great about people who are very aware of this is when you know just how much to give people to feel like they're getting what they want from you, and they're getting to learn you, they're getting to experience you, but you're still holding on and holding and maintaining what you feel like you need to. You see what I'm saying? Because for as much as KEKE gives, the gag is that yes, sis and Darious had already broken up when she was over there with Usher in Las Vegas, which was kind of funny to now find that out that they were already done. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Now I get it.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the big thing is like, for us, even for you, like, how did you feel when we first were like, okay, we're gonna be a little bit public about a relationship?
Yeah. At first, it definitely was hard because it could all be very overwhelming. It was definitely overwhelming and intense at first, and
It was.
it's like you almost feel that pressure of needing to just be perfect, and so it really confused me and infiltrated my mind because not only I had to hold myself to that perfect standard, I was also holding you to a perfect standard as well. So any moment of flaw on my side or on your side, it was World War III because it's like, man, we're
And
not
now the world
perfect.
sees us.
Exactly.
I'm glad he's saying that.
It's a lot of pressure because this is the thing.
Yeah.
We are very proud, and
Yeah.
there are things that we want to share our public persona, brands, whatever, with one another, but at the same time we do want to be able to maintain the privacy of our relationship.
Right.
And I feel like we've done such a good job at being able to do that, being able to collaborate with each other, be creative with each other, but also be private. And I feel the same way about my relationship with you, Mom, where we talk about our mom stuff. I wrote a whole book about what we've gone through, ups and downs or whatever, and how anybody else my age or going through the same things could actually relate. But at the end of the day, it's like, aside from what we do in business and what we plan to do and work together and how we break bread together, you're still my mother, and that relationship is still sacred.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say this, and I'll say this to any young couple, not just I've been married for 35 years. So not just you guys, is that how you maintain relationships is you never lose respect.
Mm-hmm.
You never lose respect. You got to watch what you say. You got to watch. There's a line. Don't cross those lines. You have to respect. And people ask me, how are you able to keep working with your daughter?
It's an interesting point considering what we now know that they have gone through, right? They have entered into a very public breakup. Darius violated. They were, maybe he felt like, I don't want her to punk me in public because here she is enjoying the concert. She's out for a girls' weekend. She is fangirling a little bit over Usher Raymond. And on top of that, sis has on the barely there covering her bootay cheeks dress. And he had to put something out on Twitter to embarrass her, because really and truly, my feelings on his tweets is different now, knowing that they were not together. When they were together, if they had been together and he's tweeting about, oh, but you're a mother, I'm thinking to myself, okay, he was tweeting about his girlfriend and he did not like what she had on. Sir, you two were broken up. The fact that you're home PO'd because your ex is out having a good time without you, while you're doing whatever you're doing, um now I really see the control issue, or just maybe even the hateration, if you will, because y'all broke up. They weren't even together. So it went from concerned boyfriend PO'd over a little, a not appropriate outfit, to kind of a hating ass boyfriend, just to put it that way. He came off, it's a little bit of hating. And also, it does make him look even more lame, because you are not the man of the family. You weren't even the man of the relationship anymore. You are her baby father. And you put yourself in that situation when you decided to go over to this woman's house and be leaving at 5:30 in the morning as her mother is coming and reporting for work. Okay. And you also decided to get her pregnant. You decided to have a son with her and not wife her up. So to me, I didn't think he was it like completely lame. I didn't appreciate the comment, and I thought it was rude. And also, they live a certain lifestyle. And I would have thought he would have been a little, not so much more cool with it, but he would have handled it better. Now, knowing that they weren't even together at the time, and he's just kind of hating from the sideline because they broke up, makes me feel a little different about the tweets, that it was really lame. I didn't find it lame to begin with. I felt he was having a moment of lameness. But it definitely became completely lame. I hope that this is making sense what I'm saying, because I know I'm just going on and on. But I do feel different. And I actually feel KEKE even more now that she was able to step out, enjoy herself, feel herself as a woman on a mom break. Because how wonderful is it when you get a mom break? I mean, any of you guys who are moms out here, and she's a new mom. I don't know what kind of mom break she's had. Maybe she's had more than most of us get. She's a woman of a certain amount of means, right? But to have a girls' weekend when maybe your child is safe with people you trust, and you're having a good time with your friends, you have on a beautiful designer outfit that is, business in the front, and it was all party in the back. I mean, she was looking, very beautiful, and, I don't want to say conservative, but it was, it was fine in the front, but then you turn around, the booty cheeks were out. I mean, at the end of the day, sis was single. She was actually single. And it wasn't, that dress was not for everyone, but we're not debating the dress at the moment. She was having a mom break in Vegas on a girls trip and enjoying a very popular concert that a lot of people are going to, having a great time. Usher makes everyone feel like his girlfriend. If you're sitting in that, those VIP areas, he's serenading, people are singing, he gives out hugs. He's doing like what Elvis used to do back in the day. Okay. Elvis used to give that type of experience to all the ladies, give out his scarves and handkerchiefs and all kinds of stuff. And, he's doing Vegas. Okay. So some people are like, why was he hugging her? Because he's doing Vegas. It's an experience. If you're sitting in that circle, you're going to get the experience. And that's what she was having. She was having fun. And yes, I think he operated more as a hating ex. I thought he was a overly concerned, kind of handled it the wrong way boyfriend, but yeah, it turned out he was actually a hating ex. So, I do feel different. Let's do any of you guys feel different now? Did you guys know or when you found out that they actually were not together? Did you feel different about it? Was it more like, oh, okay, 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 okay? That's how I felt. Chime in and let me know if you felt different, learning that, yeah, it's not that they broke up over the weekend. Yeah, they were already broken up. Okay. They were already broken up. And KEKE is very much private, and you kind of feel like she was sharing something, but yeah, she didn't share a thing. But sis, they were already broken up.
Because most, child celebrities fire their parents as soon as
Yeah.
they get 18. They fire them. And they say, how are you able to work with KEKE? I said, because we have a genuine love for entertainment, and I'm respectful. I'm respectful to her. She's respectful to me. I recognize when she became a grown woman. All her business is her business.
That's true.
She shares, it's her, this is her career. It's not my career. I never tried to take it over or tell her who to date or tell her. I let her be a grown woman. And that's what I do. And I love you, Darious. I think you're awesome.
Thank you, Mama.
You're a great dad. And I'm just happy as hell for my daughter. Shit. That's what I got to say. Okay?
Yeah, life is good. Well, guys, we can keep going.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that cool. Now, you guys might have to check me. Let's say Farrah's gonna be 12. You're gonna have to check me in about 10, 15 years. I'm not that cool. There is no way that I'm gonna co-sign. First of all, you can't call me mom until you wife up my daughter. That's number one. I'm not cool. I'm not gonna be cool like that. Don't call me mom. And I'm not gonna be cool like that. And knowing that I get to the house at 5:30, you might already want to be gone. Like, you might want to be thinking, yeah, I better get out of here because I know your mom's on the way. Like, you don't want to be passing me in the morning as I'm getting to the house. We see this on the YouTube streets. There are some moms who navigate around their daughters who are living in some bad decisions. And because they're trying to be respectful and cool, and because they are on payroll, they kind of turn a blind eye to some bad decisions. Yeah, I'm going to be cool, but I'm not going to be that cool to rest easy in allowing you to become to becoming a baby mother on purpose. Okay. I'm just not. If that's what happens, that's what happens. But I'm not going to co-sign on that. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm going to be giving more of Mama Joyce. Okay. I think Mama Joyce gets a bad rap, Candy's mom, but Mama Joyce, Candy knows. I mean, Mama Joyce gives her honest opinion and doesn't just go with, I'm cool and I respect that you're an adult. Mama Joyce gives mom all day, all the time, and gives Candy what she thinks and how she feels, even though she's sometimes Mama Joyce is a little bit too much over the top, but she does try her best to not just be cool. So I kind of disagree with KEKE's mom a little bit as it pertained to Darious, because if mom had been a little bit more of a mom and less of trying to be cool mom and your friend, maybe your daughter might not be in this position right now. But Leotis was meant to be, and little Mr. Leotis is here, so that some things just have to happen in our lives, right? So it's unfortunate though that they didn't get to know each other a little bit better before they decided to have a very permanent situation between them, because yeah, this is someone you've been with for 2 years and you've got a whole 6-month-old. So you got to deal with this guy with the very deep, goofy voice forever. Okay. You've made family with him. So hopefully they're going to get over this hump. But yeah, turns out that KEKE and Darious were already done. So yeah, there's an article over here that I definitely would bring your attention over to on The Cut. KEKE's got it over here on her social media. Whoever helps KEKE with her social media, maybe it's her mom and maybe she has some sort of a team. They do a wonderful job because, like I said, she's very disciplined with her social media, but whoever has been helping her work through her social media plan really has done a very good job for her. So maintaining kind of like, I don't know that she's the sweetheart anymore, because I'm not going to say she's turning into a vixen as a bad thing, but KEKE's almost 30. KEKE is giving body yaddy. KEKE is a mother, and she's got it very spicy right now. So which is not a bad thing for a woman turning 30, who's happy with herself, who's doing well in her career, and all of these things. So do I have the article pulled up too with the cut? Oh, it's over here. Just 1 second. I'll pull that up too. I'll share these links in the description box. I'll drop it right now into the chat if you're interested in going to check out these articles. So this is the actual article from the cut, and then I will put KEKE's link to my bad. Let me refresh this and get this one for you guys too. I'm dropping them in the chat, and then I'll put them in the description box. So they show up there too. So you guys can read all of this if you like. But yeah, so KEKE, don't worry for KEKE. Any of you guys who were worried for Miss KEKE, she's good. Okay. She's happy. She's managing her affairs and keeping things comfortable for her, which is pretty much private. And her child's name is Leotis. Yes, Leotis. Yes. And she's got her mom behind her. So yeah, I mean, her and Darious, I don't know what the current state of affairs is. He might just be good and pissed right now. But it's okay. Breakups are never fun, and people had to find out about it. And it is what it is. If he wanted her to be his wife, then he should have made that happen. And maybe he still has an opportunity in the future. But right now, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. You say you love Real Talk Bougie. Knowing what my YouTube family thinks about topics outside of bum moms is cool. Oh, absolutely. We love talking about lots of topics, right? Was there something else I want to talk to you guys about? I definitely want to talk about this other video that I saw, but we'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow, because I've been promising Real Housewives for like a month now, for us to talk on that. What else is there? Do you guys want to go over to Law and Crime real quick and take a sharp left turn and watch what happened to Joseline? Law and Crime had the police cam footage of when Joseline Hernandez got arrested, and it's not pretty. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because I saw it earlier today and I was like, what? They posted it on Law and Crime? I'm gonna have to come back to watch. I'm gonna have to come back to that. Let's see. Law and Crime. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. It's bad because I tagged it for myself on my, let's see. Okay, here it is. She looks like, I don't know what happened, if she was on drugs again. But it was not good. Okay, let's check it out. Hold up. If it gets really bad, they might probably bleep some of it out. So we'll see. Law and Crime might have cleaned it up some. So let's get into it. Joseline was in another situation. I'm not sure what is going on with her. I know her husband, I think, helps manage her, but I want to say she's almost managing herself. So on the caption, it says, newly released body cam shows Love and Hip Hop alum Joseline Hernandez punching and shouting slurs at cops during an arrest in Sunrise, Florida on June 12th. The incident unfolded after Hernandez got into a brawl with another reality star, Big Lex. According to reports, she was at the venue to watch the fight between, again, Floyd Mayweather and John Gotti III. Hernandez was eventually arrested on charges of battery, trespassing, resisting arrest, resisting an officer with violence. Okay. All right, let's get into it. This is not a shining moment, okay? This is very embarrassing.
It looked like it was just part of the show, and then some other people that weren't involved got involved in the teams.
That's crazy, man. My phone keeps flying.
And then, someone's girl got hit by accident, and someone got hit by accident. That's when everybody just started getting involved.
This is crazy, man.
No, we do a search before.
When Joseline's husband comes out, or I don't even know, maybe they're not married yet. When Joseline's man comes out, her baby, that's not even her baby father, her man, okay? Because Stevie is the is her baby father, but man, he's constantly having to break up a fight with this woman. She stays in trouble. It's like, sis, this is embarrassing. Like, how many times does your man have to break you up out of a fight? Like, you fight everybody. It just makes me wonder, do those two they've got to tussle at home. They got to. She has so much mouth. I just hope that nobody thinks that this is cute and anything that they should be doing at home, because it can be very dangerous. Joseline, I really hope the best for her, and she needs to stop it, because all of this arguing, tussling, and fighting is not good. It's not even cute from a dollars and cents perspective, because eventually you're going to get less jobs, because a lot of these companies have to have insurance on the set. And if somebody is constantly fighting, someone's constantly trying to bust somebody's head in, or, hurt somebody, and insurance claims start to be filed. I mean, it's just not good for business. It's not good for business, especially as someone who's an executive producer. She's going to get to the point where her show cannot be insured, not because of the people she's got on there. It's because of her.
Everybody comes in, Yeah. What's up, sir?
You like K9 service?
No, I'm SWAT. No, K9's the other one. ¿O tú tienes tu K9? ¿Dónde?
En mi casa.
Yes, Stevie is Bonnie's daughter.
Malinois. Yeah, those are nice dogs. They're good with their nose.
Stevie.
Los narices buenos. Sí. Porque drogos, bombas. Sí, personas, sí, también. Yo hablo poquito español. Good man. No. You know who's really good? Eric Plunsky. Plunsky is mejor.
Okay, there's Joseline's man right there.
I can't believe they didn't tell you. She don't my wife. She don't gotta own the building. She don't gotta own the building. It's respect. It's respect. Respect. You don't bring somebody.
Okay, let me tell you something. I had a friend, and she's the type, when she gets hyped, she wanted her man to be hyped too. You see how Joseline is? She's hype, her man's hype. If she's mad, he's mad. If he's mad, that's not good. You guys know that, right? If your man is about to lose his shit, you got to be under control to make sure that both of you two aren't sitting in the back of a police car, right? Do you guys like everybody knows this, right? Joseline and her man, girl, when she starts to get pissed off, here he goes. These two are going to end up this is not a good match. She needs somebody who can say, baby, 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 calm down. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, what's going on here? Okay. You cannot have two hotheads. Two hotheads in a relationship is not a good combination. It's bad news.
That don't rock with the act, the main act. You don't bring somebody here that rock with the main act. Don't do that.
Please.
Weirdo ass.
Get him out of here. Get that mother out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Camera, man.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Relax. We'll take care of this.
Get him out of here right now.
She looks possessed.
Get him out of here right now. Oh, it's gonna be a Royal Rumble. Come on, man. Get him out of here. It's gonna be a Royal motherfucking Rumble.
You're on the good side.
Royal Rumble. Look at that.
Hey, you're on.
Look, she is incensed. She is. Do you see her eyes?
The good side.
Look at that motherfucker.
You don't want any trouble. Hey, you don't do that.
Don't you touch me. I don't care.
Look, Joseline. Oh, she's such a short fuse.
White man, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me, white man. No, that white man touch me.
She just wants to be mad.
There you go. Bring her in there. There you go.
There she goes. She get ready to lose it again. Here comes here comes her man. Is this when she starts calling him a bitch and everything? Okay, so they took the audio out. This is when she cusses out the cops. Oh.
Relax.
I got it.
You gay.
You know what? Joseline really, really, really needs some intervention. Like, she needs Iyanla bad. She needs Iyanla. She needs some intervention. Really, she needs some quick. Sis is going to end up getting herself hurt. And she might end up paying Stevie child support, because I'm telling you, Stevie might go get Bonnie.
If you kill me, you all gonna die.
Nobody wants to hurt you.
If you kill me, Cracker, you're going down
Nobody
first.
wants to hurt you.
I'm
not a
Cracker,
cracker.
you're going down first.
I'm not a
Cracker,
cracker.
you're going down first, Cracker.
All right.
Oh, my mother.
Get her up. Get her up.
Todito se van a morir.
Get her up.
Toditos ustedes se van a morir. Toditos se van a morir. Toditos y tú vas a ser el primero.
Come on, let's go. We're gonna ride forward now. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Garage.
I feel bad for her because I almost feel like she was having a psychotic episode. Whatever kind of drugs she's doing, whatever she's doing allegedly, somebody really she needs some intervention, because whatever she's doing, it has a horrible effect on her, and it's bad. I think he didn't get temporary custody. I think he did get. Oh, maybe Stevie. I love how she says Stevie. Maybe that's why she's mad. I don't know. I hope that they can get her some help, because it kind of scares me when I would hate that it gets to the point where we're so desensitized by it. It's kind of like, oh, there goes Joseline again. And I'm sure maybe some people even feel that way, but this kind of makes me feel a little nervous for her. And I would hate for something to happen to her, but I don't, whatever she's doing, it is not good for her because she gets she looks psychotic. She looks like she needs to be taken forget about the police department. She needs to go to the hospital. It's like she needs a good detox and some help, poor thing. It's like, oh my God, look at me. I'm like, no.
Let's go.
And your cracker boys need to tell you what to do. Your cracker boys tell you what to do.
Let's go.
Your cracker boys tell you what to do. I look at y'all two black laying this cracker white boys tell y'all what to do. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Were they in Madison Square Garden? Were they in New York?
You let all this old cracker. They ain't slave your mother. They slave your mother. They thought you.
Hey, let's go. We're gonna get more charges.
Don't you?
Stop
Let
resisting. Stop kicking.
Stop.
Hey,
Let go.
stop. Get it out.
Hey, let go of me right now. Hey, you look at me. Yes, you let go of me. You tell them to let go of me right now. Yes.
It's like you kind of have to stop it because it's like it's disturbing. So you have to go down like it really did. First of all, that cop who was talking to the other guys, he was just chilling, cooling. I guess the one who's walking behind. And then she got up in the other guy's face. She wouldn't back off. No drugs. No, Joseline, this ain't it. Says, yeah. I really, really, really hope she gets some help. This is not good. Oh my God, it's the street. She needs some intervention. Whatever drug she's doing, whatever is going on with her, she needs some help. Like, I don't know if it's drugs, she's having bad reactions, but it's making her psychotic. She could actually end up killing somebody. And this is not good. This is it's scary.
Look at
me. I gave you the chance. No. Hey.
No. That's it. Done. She got the option. We're done. So.
This how y'all treat a lady. This how y'all treat me.
Go. Just get her up and go. I got it. Don't worry about it. Go.
Does she even have? Oh my God. Oh Jesus, this is terrible.
Right now.
Who's Mike?
Don't worry.
Just take it.
Damn.
Yeah, I want to make sure they can get through.
Do you guys know where they were?
Marked unit to the garage with the cage.
Oh, they were in Florida.
Let's go.
They were. What stadium was this? They were at some.
Heads up. Oh, that was fun.
Do you guys know if she's still locked up? Let's see. So she was somewhere in Florida. Looks like they were at the hockey arena, the Florida Panthers professional ice hockey. They were in Miami. Okay. So she's still in Miami locked up. Let's see. I feel that her husband needs to really, that man she's with, whatever, he needs to get her together because she's going to end up, it's not going to turn out well. I would hate for anything to happen to her. Let's see. Is she still arrested? Okay, so let's see. Ooh, and the mug shot was mugshotting big time. Let's see. A cast member of the reality TV show was arrested early Monday at South Florida Sports Arena, accused of fighting with another woman and officers after a boxing match. Joseline Hernandez, 36 years old, who appeared in 107 episodes of Love and Hip Hop from 2012 to 2017, is facing 2 counts of battery, 1 count of resisting arrest and violence, and trespassing after warning, the Sun Sentinel reported. She was arrested. Hold on one second. Let's share over here. She was arrested at Florida FLA Live Arena after Sunday's Floyd Mayweather John Gotti bout, according to the newspapers. I wonder if she's still in law. Is she still in there? Hernandez also appeared in 12 episodes of Love and Hip Hop in 2020, accused of fighting Big Lex 26, a reality show personality. According to probable cause affidavit, a woman told the police that she was sitting when Hernandez allegedly threw a cardboard box at her head and began striking her in the face. Hernandez then allegedly kicked Big Lex in the stomach after she fell on the ground. The Sun Sentinel reported Big Lex appeared in all 12 episodes of the reality show featuring Hernandez in 2021. Joseline's Cabaret. Robin Ngoma, a music producer and disc jockey whose stage name is Ballistic Beats, allegedly told Hernandez to calm down. The Sentinel reported Hernandez then allegedly threw a cell phone at his head, according to the arrest affidavit. Ballistic Beats and Hernandez are engaged. And that's her man, the big dude. Okay. His name is Robin. Are engaged and have been in a relationship for several years, according to the music producer's Instagram account. He also appeared in Love and Hip Hop and Joseline's Cabaret. Hernandez was booked in Broward County Jail Monday and is no longer listed in jail records on Tuesday, according to online. So she's out. It was unclear whether she had an attorney. Mayweather, Gotti, and their handlers brawled in the ring Sunday after Gotti was disqualified in the 6th round for continuous holding, according to WPLG. Okay. My God. Ghetto. She's been out. She was in New York a few days ago. Okay. Thank you, sis. She's out of jail. Okay. She's out on bail. She's out of jail with the bail. Okay. Guys, I think we're caught up on this matter. Okay. KEKE is good. All right. KEKE broke up with Darious. We don't have to worry about her. KEKE's good. Okay. Joseline, yeah, she's bailed out. Okay. Shirley Strawberry gets to see another day without her wackadoodle, trifling ass, grimy husband who was accused of a laundry list of horrible offenses. So everybody is good right now, as far as we know. Okay. Another day. Girl, stay home. Okay. It is not safe outside right now. Okay. Stay home. I'm just kidding. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. This was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got caught up. If there's anyone you want to get caught up on, let me know down in the comments. Send me a note, smoke signal, email, whatever you like. I think I gets it all. If I'm missing something, I won't know. But comment down below if there's something you want to get caught up on one day this week. I feel like there's a couple of things I wrote down on a list that I wanted to cover, but obviously we're not doing them tonight. But I know I've been MIA a little bit this week, so it's been a week, but we're trying to enjoy summer over here, and my daughter's home, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just trying to enjoy, while we can, before school will be back in before we know it. Someone asked me to talk about LaToya Forever pregnant. And the only reason, even though LaToya Forever is a YouTube mommy, she is a former Real Housewife. So I feel like it's more appropriate to talk about LaToya Forever over here. Her and Adam Ali broke up. Was it a year ago now? It has to have been at least a year, but it could be almost going on 2 years. And she's pregnant with baby number 4. And so I was asked to talk about that. So we're going to get into, so tomorrow, if we talk Real Housewives, we'll talk with LaToya Forever then, because even though she is a YouTube Streets mommy, sis is a former housewife, and we will give her that at least on tomorrow. If she keeps being ratchet on these YouTube streets, she's going to get talked about with Olivia and My Jazzy Life, just like everybody else. We don't discriminate. If you're a YouTube mommy and you're out here YouTube mommying, well, we're going to put you in the YouTube mommy sector. Okay. What else is there? Did I get everybody else? I did have another request, but that's over on Love Lies and Lace Fronts. I think we're caught up over here. So yeah, if there's anything else we need to talk about, you guys let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, if you have not yet hit the thumbs up, please do so. If you are listening in the bushes and you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? That's another thing. Make sure you're subscribed so your notifications can be set. That way, if you decide to jump in this chat, you can do so, and expeditiously, because you will already be subscribed to the channel. So anyway, thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good evening. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Okay, share me out, and I really appreciate it. You guys have a good evening, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, get these last couple comments. Okay, good night, everyone. Have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow live on Love Lies and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Bye, guys. Have a good night.